We are live outside the 167th District Court. Karl Krycia's case was actually Officer Karl Krycia, the murdering cop that shot Dr. Maurice Da Silva in cold blood. His case was reset by his attorneys. So although the bailiff said that the case hadn't come up, the bailiff lied. I tried to get a picture of her towards the end of the last video, but YouTube was probably gonna close out. YouTube doesn't like to be on hold on a live stream. I kind of used to like that feature, but end up having a lot more live streams this way. So whatever works out for YouTube, I guess. But yeah, so his case has been reset. Probably be 30 days out. Might even be after the holidays, because the holidays they move things out 60 days or so. Like I've got a case that's pending for filming and reporting to you guys, but we're gonna go down this elevator. We'll see what happens. I wanted to catch that Krycia up there. It says 9:15 a.m. It'll come up in a second. There it is, Karl Krycia right there. 9:15 a.m. What do you know? So the veracity of the court employees, and especially the sheriff's department, is a bit suspect. If you do a bad job, they fire you, but if you're a government employee, you get a raise. By the way, they're always watching you. Going down just like our economy. It's like the justice going down.
Seven going down.
Okay. All day, and that's all you have left?
No.
That's all you have to do this afternoon with what happened today?
No.
As you can see these elevators, I hope you could hear that.
I love them. I love them.
Here's where they screen you. Here's where they screen you. Oh, he's good. He's a white bro. He's gonna be all right. White QT bros, they don't really check. Look from other. So I guess I need to make a formal complaint about these sheriff deputies over here. I'm not sure. They dumped out my bag earlier. I haven't had any problems in a while, but apparently they're back on their bullshit. Sheriff's deputies, they aren't held accountable, and like when you give someone power over another human being, they need to be held accountable and trained properly, and that's one thing that the sheriff's department doesn't do with her staff, is they're not trained properly. They lie to the press. Where is my sunglasses? A lot of people working for the government, but not really a lot of justice. A lot of people working in justice, not giving us justice. And you don't invite the press out to come to a murder trial and then don't, and then reset the pretrial. It's just a pretrial. So apparently there's some more pretrial motions they want to do to try to hide the police officer's conduct. But we've seen multiple police officers get away with murder in Austin. Shoot, I could go down a whole list of people. There's Larry Eugene Jackson Jr. He was beaten up, sodomized, and shot in the back of the head. Hey, bad cops. And there was Dr. Maurice De Silva. Supposedly he was suicidal, so they went ahead and killed him when he removed the knife from his throat while he's looking in a mirror. That's what the official story is. I don't believe the story at all. Got 0154 here and 4676. So we got APD and the sheriff here. They even legally parked. Oh yeah. Everyone, no one else can be here except for the sheriff. So this guy's illegally parked here. What else? It says sheriffs. Are you a sheriff? Officer, what's your name?
Officer Wise, 979.
Okay, gotta obey the same laws we gotta obey. The same set of laws. You're not exempt. Make sure you put your seatbelt on. I want to make sure you're safe. So yeah, the police don't operate. Oh, good. So he's gonna do that. They almost never put their seatbelts on unless they're on film, because it doesn't fit over their gun and all their macho bullshit. Their macho ego won't allow it. But it says sheriff's vehicles only, except sheriff's office. No parking except sheriff's office for towing. But APD's not gonna get towed because they're above the law. So when you put a human being over another human being above the law, they don't follow the rules. Let's go check out this other one over here. Take the crosswalk here. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. So there's all this parking right here available. There's all this paid parking that they could go to. And they don't have to pay because they're official city business. But yet they want to park illegally here. 1590084 is the LP, unit number 3900. It is running, left running here. You're not allowed to leave cars running, I don't think. But it is. Let's see where we are. So there's a parking spot right here. But they want to park in a no parking zone. What is the deal with that? As you can clearly see, APD does not respect or obey any kind of traffic laws or parking ordinances or any of that stuff. That's just for the little bit. But here's the DA that reset the case today. I don't know. It's probably his defense attorneys reset the case. There's the jail and the courts. There's where we are. We were up in that nasty building right there. In that nasty building. And right next to it's the jail. So, yeah. Same injustice as usual. When injustice becomes a norm, then resistance is necessary. So that's where we're at right now. I know Paxton's trying to find his Antifa sleeper cell, but the Antifa's been gone. I mean, you're gonna have to go to France if you want Antifa. Like, I don't know what's wrong with Paxton. I think he's been on the QAnon sauce too long, getting high on his own supply. But these right-wing MAGAs are ridiculous. So a MAGA shot at Trump. Two MAGAs shot at Trump, okay? Theoretically. And then they blame Antifa. MAGAs were called by Trump to overthrow the government after the election. And yet, they're saying it's the Antifa. Hey, y'all. Y'all have fun. So, Paxton's saying that Antifa is dangerous and they're going to start infiltrating all groups, all activist groups to violate constitutional rights of people to have free speech and to assemble and to organize against tyranny. Much like the Boston Tea Party, much like the early colonizers, after stealing land, they wanted to get rid of the king and queen and the unfair taxation and all that. By the way, there's construction here on the jail, so you can't get in. But so these right-wingers don't have a problem with the American revolutionaries. They don't have a problem with MAGA insurrectionists. They don't have a problem with the hate speech and violence of homegrown terrorists at MAGA for Trump. But they do have a problem with leftist organizations that don't follow the MAGA trend. So there's a lot of hate speech and terrorism, homegrown terrorism coming from the right-wing extremists. But that's not up for discussion. They're just trying to call out Antifa, and there's no Antifa, so Antifa's been gone. The anti-fascist movement was big during George Floyd. There was a lot of neo-Nazis, lots of Nazis, lots of right-wing extremists that were pouring through Austin and having Klan rallies, having all their shit, attacking people, attacking members of the press. I got hit by an American flag on January 6th. I got hit by an American flag in Austin at a rally where there was a bunch of Nazis, they were skinheads, all that were gathering for Trump. I didn't know about that stuff going on in DC because I wasn't on that type of media platforms, so I was a little out of the loop. But I was being attacked by skinhead white nationalist Nazis here in Austin. Yet that's not against the law. That's not a target of Paxton. Paxton's not going after white skinhead Nazis. Obama, Biden, you name it, never declared the Ku Klux Klan a hate group. There's still a Christian nonprofit organization in the South. We have problems because they're targeting the wrong people. And then yet the cops, there's a lot of Klan Nazi cops, a lot of them. They've infiltrated with what's called ghost skins to legitimize themselves for the last 50 years. FBI's released data on this. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows cops and Klan go hand in hand. Yet Paxton's not worried about the Klan, not worried about skinhead, shitbag murdering cops. He's worried about people that are against him drinking all the MAGA Kool-Aid in the world. And, you know, that's just tough shit. I don't know what to say. Like, constitutionally, he's way out. And in reality, he's way out too, because there's no Antifa, dog. If you see Antifa, you're seeing things, dog. There ain't no Antifa. So just get over yourself. Get over yourself, y'all. Stop drinking all the MAGA Kool-Aid. Save some for your brothers and sisters, because you got high on your supply. There's no Antifa. There's no Antifa to infiltrate. There's just, you know, social democrats, Bernie people. That was DSA. Is that it? DSA? Yeah, DSA. I mean, you could infiltrate Urban Alchemy, since they were stealing money, embezzling money from the government. You could and taking money from the homeless. You could investigate them. You could investigate actual crimes. Ken Paxton himself was embezzling money and inappropriately running funds out of the Paxton office. He fired all his employees that filed charges against him, and then there was no justice in that case. So people are when Trump's selling stuff out of his office, when he's selling Bibles and watches and shoes, when Paxton's selling bonds and securities, like, these guys are white collar criminals, and there's no justice for them. But I watched Judge Dana Blasey plea out all these people. One of the last people she pled out was a homeless black man, and she told him he owes $5,100 in victims' fees, and like another, I don't know how much, another few $100s here and there. But she told him he needs to get a job and survive in Austin. So, and he's been homeless long term. The probation person said, who's just plays it by ear apparently. He said that the black man had never had a job. He just lives by the streets. That's all he cares about, is the streets. Then they brought the black man out of custody in a jail uniform, And the judge asked him if he's had a job, and he said yes. So, and he told her what kind of jobs. So that means that they're lying. Like, even people that aren't sworn in, the probation person wasn't sworn in, they were able to testify and bear witness to a falsehood, to lie. And then the whole fact that the man has to survive in Austin, out of jail with no place to live, and come up with thousands of dollars, it's not going to happen. The only way you're going to get $5,000 is if you donate a kidney or have a serious car accident where someone pays you insurance, someone rear-ends you. That's the only way you're going to get that kind of money in Austin and still survive. Like, it's survival in Austin. Obviously, no one can pay the rent here. No one can pay the mortgage here. The jobs aren't paying. They're not hiring black and brown people. They're not hiring the people that have criminal records from Judge Blasey. So what does she expect people to do? Work for, like, labor ready for $100 a day? There's no way to get ahead that way. There's no way to pay rent and pay restitution. Judge Blasey is ridiculous. She doesn't understand. She's a white colonist that doesn't understand her luxury. Not everybody can get a job as a judge just sitting on your ass all day, getting paid, $100,000 a year. Not everybody can get those jobs. And for her to expect other people to get those jobs, she needs to give up her seat. She's a bad judge anyway. She needs to be prosecuted. Judge Blasey's a bad judge. I'm sorry. She's a bad judge. Anyways, I talked to her for a second. She asked me why I was there at the end. I'm like, I was there for Krycia, and I was told Krycia was still in play. And she said, no, that was reset. And so that means that bailiff lied to me, keeping me there all day, which is fine. If they want me to audit their court and watch their court, that's what I'll do. I've got a lot of notes. If anybody wants them, let me know. If anybody wants to hear more about what happened in court today with other cases, not Krycia, because I don't have any more to offer on Karl Krycia. He's a bad cop. He shoots people. His partner, Christopher Taylor, shoots people, murdered people, and they all expect to get off with it, get away with it. They don't expect to be held accountable for shooting. They call them good shoots. All they have to do is say they fear for their life, and they can shoot you, me, anybody. And these judges aren't going to hold them accountable. The DA is not going to hold them accountable. All right, we're back. How's that audio coming? The audio all right? Because you're going to need it. You're going to need that. Anybody here? Anybody watching? I see 0 and 0. It's cool. It's hard to keep up, I'm sure. There's more interesting things. There's fight clubs and, I don't know, kitty cats. They did have a man in there today in the court that had drowned a cat. He had drowned a cat, and he was in there for a third-degree felony, and he had missed a couple appointments because he's working at the theater, movie theater, and 4 people have quit, and so they keep calling him in, and he missed an assessment and stuff. So the judge was trying to put him in jail. So he has to show up whenever probation calls him and be there immediately, or he's going to jail, going to prison for drowning a cat. And yeah, I'm definitely against animal cruelty, but then I'm thinking, like, so Judge Blasey said, who kills a cat? What kind of person kills a cat? Well, let me let you know, city employees kill cats every day, pretty much. They have mass deaths over at the animal control, also at the animal shelter, also at even though they call it a no-kill shelter, the no-kill city, that's Austin Pets Alive doesn't kill them. They borrow them or return them to be killed, so that's a lie. And then Elon Musk is torturing animals to death, making them suffer, and then he's got bags of them dead over at the Neuralink facility just outside Austin. So what kind of judge ignores Elon Musk killing animals but wants to prosecute someone for drowning a cat? Which definitely I'm against drowning cats, but the judge don't care. These so-called officials, they're sociopathic monsters. They don't give a shit about no cat. Believe me that. Believe you that. Believe me. They don't care. It's all just paperwork to them. Just a paycheck. Everyone gets a paycheck. All these bad cops, so little time. All these bad cops, so little time. Bad lawyers too. Bad media presence. Like, where's the media to show you the corruption of the police? Show me where they're at. Show me what other media is worried about the fact that this officer has parked illegal. That's 2 officers in a row. The APD just does whatever they want. They're not an emergency. They're just filing paperwork. Let's go get them. No. No. There's some people, lawyer people going. No. The cop's gonna hide in his vehicle now. Unit number 3900 still running. Let's go talk to him. No. You leaving so soon? No seatbelt. Put your seatbelt on. Learn to park legally like everybody else. You're not above the law. You're just a servant of the people. Jose Garza, culero, hello. We're waiting for Officer Krycia's murder trial. We went up there today. I saw Dexter Guilford, but I didn't see nothing but a reset. You know, when are you gonna start making sure that the jurors are asleep, unlike Christopher Taylor's trial? Are you gonna make sure that there's justice? Jose Garza, that's why they hired you, was for justice. Everyone says that you don't hold people accountable for like petty crimes, that you're too soft on petty crimes. You know what you're too soft on is police. Police that murder and rape people. That's what you're too soft on. And as a member of the press, I'm calling you out. Culero Jose Garza. What about the officers that rammed into myself and Brianna while we were walking across the street? Are you not going to hold them accountable for assault with a deadly weapon? For vehicular assault? For failure to render aid? I mean, what are you going to do, Jose Garza? What's your salary look like today? You expecting a raise or are you expecting a demotion? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Jose? When are you going to hold the police accountable in Austin? They literally park across the street from you illegally. They literally run around like a criminal gang. What are you going to do, Jose? When are you going to release the G-files to us, huh? When are you going to release the personnel records? We need to know which one of these cops you need to monitor. You know, I know all the bad cops anyway. I've met them. I've filmed them. You know who I am. You don't contact me. You have some narcommie come up to me and tell me that you need video of the George Floyd shootings by police. Okay, I still have them. I tried contacting you, but I even got the shells. I collected the shells, Jose. The police didn't even do an investigation of their use of force against innocent people and homeless people under the bridge, shooting tear gas at people. They shot me. Yeah. I had lawyers say that I should have got paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for police shooting me. Where were you, Jose Garza? I complained to you. Where were you? I'm going to be here anytime I want to. I'm going to be here complaining online and in person and underground and above ground and inside your head, Jose Garza. Because you have failed the people of Austin. You have failed La Raza. You allow the police to rape women, homeless, say, hey, you're under arrest if you don't sleep with me. That's rape. I'm watching Judge Blasey plea out homeless people, tell them they need to find the money to live in Austin. Hey, we can't all be a judge and get 100 grand. We can't all be the DA and get 100 grand. Not all of us can live in Austin.
If you're going to expect people as a condition to live in Austin, you got to provide housing. You got to provide opportunities. Because people of color don't have much opportunity in Austin. Unless you totally sell out. What about it, D.A. Garza? We want justice. No justice, no peace. No racist Jose Garza and his staff. You going to bring your guns out again? I want to see old Doc Holliday bring his pinky toe gun out here. The Peckerwoods. Jose Garza, you represent white supremacy in Austin. You represent the Klan in Austin. You represent killer Klan cops in Austin. Why is that, Jose? I thought you were with us, Jose Garza. Jose Garza, where you at? Where you at, Jose? Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'll be here forever. Y'all might as well kill me so there can be 100 more of me, because I'm tired of the injustice. I'm tired of having families come to me saying they shot my family member. My family member was at home. They shot him. They killed him. My family member was suicidal, so they killed him. My family member had a BB gun in a wheelchair, so they killed him. You know what? You can use a binocular and see if it's a real gun. You don't have to pull out your AR-15 and shoot 18 rounds into a person in a wheelchair. I mean, what the fuck, Garza? Where was the charges for that? For Palermo? Palomino. Where was the charges? For Danny, I believe it was Danny Lee Palomino. Where was the charges for the officers that shot and killed him? Whether he didn't hold a deadly weapon. If they're going to be in fear for a deadly weapon from a BB gun, they don't have the balls to be a cop. You shouldn't have a gun. If you can't verify that you're actually in danger before you kill somebody, if you're not going to do it right, then don't do it at all. Just quit.
Yeah.
Officer Taylor shouldn't be fired. He should be disarmed and in prison. Oh, there's a guy that doesn't like cameras. Hey, how's it going, guy that doesn't like cameras? Just the First Amendment first. So, Jose Garza, we need the murder charges to stick this time. You think you can keep the jury awake this time? Or are you going to let the jury fall asleep? You think you can keep the officers, attorneys from banging the rifle AR-15 on the judge's desk, or pointing the AR-15 at the judge's pictures on the wall, or keep the police witnesses from grabbing the AR-15 and painting the jury with the AR-15 to scare them? You think you can keep from the police and the Austin Police Association from tampering with juries and perjuring themselves with their witnesses? Are you going to do it right this time, Jose? Because I'll be watching you. I'm going to be watching. And I'll be taking notes. You can have my notes. You can take my body. You can sacrifice me to your ancient demons. But I don't give a shit, Jose. I want justice. I want justice now. Bite me. All these bad cops got to go to prison. You want to go with them? Dirtbag fucking politicians. A lawyer is nothing more than a larval form of a politician. We all know that. It's like some guys over here yelling. Okay. Oh, the finger, that's real great. You must be a little punk ass. Did your mom raise a punk ass or a coward? Or a punk ass coward? You don't want justice? That figures. You lawyers never want justice. That's why you plea people out, you shitbags. That's why Austin sucks, you white trash shitbags. You've been drinking your MAGA Kool-Aid too fucking long. We outnumber you. We make your tacos. We wash your cars. Go give that to Raposa. He'll take it, you little punk ass. You ain't nothing, Esquire. You sold out. You sold your soul to Satan, you Freemason. Oh, you want me to come over there? Is that a threat? Come over here, you little punk ass. Come over here, you coward. You yellow. Keep walking, walk of shame, coward. That's what I thought. Oh, shit, we're coming for you. That's what I thought. So, yeah, lawyers are giving me the finger over here because they want to protect Jose Garza's injustices. They want to protect him. These lawyers are all in it together. They not like us, are they? How's that going, Jose? How's that going, Jose? The more people APD kills in your name, the more cops that get off with injustice and murder, the more we're going to be coming for you. And one day there'll be 1,000 people out here calling for your ass to be in prison. So you keep it up, Jose. And all you shitbag lawyers that want to flip me off, tell me to shut up, you can fuck yourselves. There's a lawyer. Is he gonna flip me off? I like these esquires think that they're above the law. There's DPS right there. DPS. Grandpa is going to lunch. That's all like these fat fucking fat on the hog politicians care about is that they get paid and they get fed. They worry about their lunch, their coffees. Look at that, got their lunch with them, their coffees, all that. Oh, DPS wants to talk to me. Let's go over here. Maybe DPS wants to talk. DPS might want to talk to me. I like DPS because it's just three little letters. And I have a friend that says they're not the Department of Public Safety, that they're actually the Department of Pieces of Shit. So I'm good with that because they literally will arrest somebody for doing what everybody else is doing just because they're filming them. And so that shows that they aren't properly trained. They're not properly trained on the Constitution. They're not properly trained on how to do their job. They're supposed to be like doing traffic stops and stuff on the highway. They're over here. Well, that's a big one. A bit of a hoss. Got a bunch of stuff in the back seat too. I'm not sure what that stuff is. Do you want to talk to me? You might want to talk to me. I didn't get an LP yet. The state troopers don't have numbers on their car. They just got a license plate, which the police call LP on their radio. He's illegally parked here. I don't know if he's on official business, but it says no parking right there. And this is he's blocking a lane of traffic. And he's just blocking a lane of traffic here. Orizco. O-R-I-Z-C-O. Probably one of those cops that likes to attack peaceful protesters. Bye, Orizco. Bye, Orizco. Please don't block traffic unless you're in an emergency situation or you're actually doing something. People are having to cross the line to get past you. Your ass is too fat. Move. Move, Orizco. Jose Garza! What about the cops that ran into us with their Suburban? Officer Ruggio, a district rep. What about him? Bye-bye, Orizco. Don't block traffic. What about him? Oh yeah, there's still a year for a felony assault with the motor vehicle. So are you saying that it's okay to run over cops, but it's not okay for, or it's okay for them to run over us, but it's not okay for them to us to run over them? Is that what you're saying? That the police are there to run over the pedestrians? Is that what you're saying? And members of the press, is that what you're saying? Well, that's what you're saying. I hear you loud and clear, Jose Garza. Jose Garza protects bad cops. Jose Garza protects rapist cops. Jose Garza is a bad person. He needs to take his little bar card and chew it up and swallow it because it don't mean nothing to him. Jose Garza is never going to create justice for anybody. Jose Garza will only make justice against people of color. Jose Garza supports white supremacy. Jose Garza, you're a piece of culero trash.
I like that the lawyer was flipping me off earlier. That was great. I love that. See, this way you get a better view of the building. I'm not so close. You know, I can project my voice. But eventually you'll get tired of the injustice and you'll speak up.
We're tired of the injustice and we're speaking up. We're speaking up against injustice. There's no Antifa here. There's just my brown ass telling you, as a member of the press, that you are disgusting, Jose. The Christopher Taylor murder trial was disgusting. Actually, it was just wrongful death or some crap. You guys are disgusting. The way that you fought against Pickles' justice, the way you fought against everybody's justice, and you've done a half-assed job, it's disgusting. And the way you let Officer Locken retire without charges for slamming down a brown trans woman whose hands were up and lying on his affidavit. Sure, he can't be a cop in Texas, but he can go somewhere else, right? You're disgusting for not putting him in jail. Does that mean that we can slam down police officers and leave their blood on the streets and that won't be a crime? It's either a crime or not a crime. We either have justice or we don't have justice, Jose. We want equal justice. We don't want that bullshit that you've been doing working with the police. You work with the police, you work with dirty cops, that means you're a dirty criminal. That's what you mean. That's what that means, Jose. That's what you guys admitted. I'll be back any day this week, any day next week. I'll be watching and learning from your mistakes. You suck, Jose.
So how many of these cops are gonna, at least, so Orisco's in a parking spot now. That's good. That's good. Finally. Can't smoke tobacco, but you can park in a fire lane. Okay. Aren't they both related to fire? You can't bully in school, but you can you can become a cop and bully all you want. Even though they don't believe in bullying, they're always bullying. That's the profession of bullies. False arrests, pleading people out. You can beat the rap, but you can't beat the right. I've won like 20, 22, 23 cases in a row against APD. False charges, with and without attorneys, because they're fucking ridiculous. Yeah, here's the Travis County courts again. They do ridiculous things to people. I don't plea out. I don't know what. I saw nothing but plea outs. I didn't see any jury trials today. So these lawyers are coercing the lawyers, the judges, and the prosecutors, and the probation officers are perjuring themselves, lying under and outside of the oath, but in court. I witnessed that again. That's why I love coming to court, and I suggest everybody comes to court. But yeah, they lied, they cheated, they stole. They're criminals, and there's not going to be any justice in a court like this. This court is foobarred. It's time to clean house. Some of these judges need to go to prison. Blasey needs to go to prison for sure. And I'm going to keep crying from the mountaintops till I start seeing some real justice around here. Officer Locken was able to just retire, and he did excessive force. He did aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, with injuries, serious bodily injuries, and there was no charges brought forth by the police department and the DA. Yet, if you did that, you would be charged. And that's what I'm saying. There's a disparity between the justice. There's 2709. Was that the same one as earlier? I don't know. They got all the new trucks out. But see, he's in the arrest review officer parking only, so he's in the right spot. This car is parked legally. The other car was not parked legally, and the other two cars. So here's the police, the sheriff's parking garage, I believe. It's like 6 floors, and they've got all the money, and then they tell you to go make money. How can the government tell you to go make money when they're stealing our money? What is that? Oh, Manor Police. There goes Manor Police.
probably bringing someone to jail, transfer to Travis County, or picking up somebody with a warrant in Manor from Travis County. Anyhow, this is the wealth of Austin. All the rich people don't give a shit. I'm only talking to poor people right now. If you're working for the government, if you're making 100 grand a year, I'm not talking to you because you won't get it. If you're housed and never had any problems with corrupt police, you're probably not going to understand. If your friends and family are cops and you think they're good and you don't and they're not, then you'll never get it. If a cop was nice to you once, I had a cop that was nice to me when I was like 4 years old. Okay? Since then, I've seen a lot more. So you need to, get experienced. Are you experienced? If you're not experienced, if you've never been to jail, if you don't film the police to see what they're doing to people differently from black to white people, brown to white people, if you're not watching that, if you're not watching them beat up black men because they want to take their shoes off downtown the other night, what was that, like a week ago? Or was that Friday night? I think it was Friday night. I forget. If you're not watching our videos, then you probably don't know what's really going on. You probably just live in a vacuum. You're siloed in your white privilege or your socioeconomic privilege. Well, that's your problem, not mine. What I'm talking about is real, and this is what the rest of society has to deal with. And if the rest of society doesn't, if the rest of society is an inconvenience for you, well then you're an inconvenience for the rest of society. Your luxury is our displacement, our suffering. So that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. And if you see civil unrest, if you see mass protests and uprisings, it's because you did nothing, because you went along with it. It'll be your fault. Not just the cops, not just the courts, not just the media, it's your fault too. Not just the lawyers, not just the judges. It's the people that are complacent that do nothing. Do something today. Do something to hold police accountable. Do some research. Go out and film some police. Do your own thing. You don't have to follow me. Do your own thing. I'm not your leader. All right.